Well, I can't say this is too surprising, but I only received a single comment for my Q&A special. That said, Bono Bono has generously provided me with not just one, but two questions that I can answer somewhat in depth. So here's to you, Bono Bono, and hopefully these answers will make for a somewhat compelling video. So, their first question is, how did I get into League of Legends? Well, I first found out about the game thanks to a YouTuber called The Green Scorpion, who primarily makes countdown videos ranking things like the best cyborgs in video games or the best swordsmen in games. A lot of his countdowns tend to feature champions from League on the list, though admittedly a lot of them are slightly outdated now thanks to several of those characters having gone through retcons and design overhauls. Still, he was the one who first introduced me to League's lore, its cast of characters, and the game itself. Ultimately, after hearing him talk about the game so much, I was intrigued enough to download League of Legends and start playing it for myself. Though the game has caused me no small part of stress over the years, to the point that I've actually stopped playing League proper, it got me invested in a fantasy setting that has captured my imagination and involved with a community I'm genuinely proud to be a part of. I know League's player base is rightly infamous for its toxicity, but I've made a lot of actual friends through League, so yeah, I'd say it was worth it, despite the grief the game has put me through. Now, as for why I started making YouTube content as a hobby, well, that's actually a rather funny story. Look back far enough on this channel and you'll see that my earliest uploads are mostly of random glitches I found while gaming, typically taken with a phone or iPod camera because I didn't have anything better to capture the footage with. Of course, now my channel mostly revolves around video essays and rewriting the lore of characters or stories that I feel have missed potential. So, how did that happen? Well, here's the thing. A couple years back, when I was still playing League, I was chatting with a friend on Discord about champions whose bios are still not properly updated to fit with the retcon lore of Runeterra. My friend was a Twitch main, so obviously the conversation went towards discussing how his favorite champion's bio was literally just 2 sentences that told us nothing about his actual backstory, and that still hasn't been changed at the time of this recording. We started discussing ways that Riot could update Twitch's bio to bring him into the new canon, and, feeling a bit inspired, I decided to take a crack at doing so myself. Effectively, my friend and I created a new backstory for Twitch, since Riot clearly doesn't have any intention of doing so themselves in the foreseeable future. At the time, I really didn't think anything more of this. But then a YouTuber by the name of TB Skyn uploaded a shorts video discussing the character's sorry lore state. In the comments section of that short, I posted the following. Twitch's lore is so non-existent that my friend, a former Twitch main before he stopped playing, and I have basically made up our own story for him over the years. At the time, this really was just an offhanded comment. I didn't expect anyone to pay it any mind, and I certainly didn't plan on actually going into further detail. It was more so meant to be a joke about how 2 random fans on the internet could do something in their spare time that Riot hasn't done for the character in years. And then people started to take an interest. I was genuinely shocked to see so many people asking to see my version of the lore, not to mention a bit nervous. I really honestly did not anticipate my offhanded comment to garner so much attention. But after getting several notifications asking to see it, I complied and posted the lore of my Twitch rewrite in the comments section. And people seemed to like it. A lot. Then one comment really stuck with me. It made me realize that Twitch was far from the only champion in desperate need of an updated bio. And I think you know the rest. I decided to start posting Runeterra rewrites as a means of giving some love and attention to characters that I think Riot has failed to do justice over the years. Now, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying Riot's writers are trash or that they don't care about the characters. If anything, it's become all too apparent in recent years that the lore team has to fight to get anything done because upper management only cares about promoting League as an esport. Still, if Riot wasn't going to do it, I figured someone may as well give it a shot. In a way, I guess you could say that I started doing Runeterra rewrites partially out of spite, and partially out of my love for Runeterra's world and characters. Though I mostly just did it because it was fun. I genuinely enjoyed flexing my creative muscles trying to reimagine neglected characters without having to actually radically alter their designs or personalities. It's been a good exercise in helping me hone my own writing talents, and I figured if people genuinely cared about my writing, I may as well show it off. To be honest, I never really expected the channel to go beyond Runeterra rewrites, but 2 years later, and here we are. As I've said before, YouTube will probably never be more than a hobby to me, and I can't say with any certainty how much longer I plan to keep the channel going. But as long as I'm enjoying it and people enjoy watching what I put out, yeah, I'll gladly stick around a little longer. My main focus will probably remain on my career as an author, though. Also, you can now buy my first book as an ebook or paperback on Amazon. Please go check it out. Anyways, I hope that answers your question sufficiently, Bono Bono, and I hope anyone else watching was at least somewhat entertained by this story. Thank you all for sticking around, and I hope you'll look forward to some of the things that I have planned in 2023. Bye for now. Well, I can't say this is too surprising, but I only received a single comment for my Q&A special. That said, Bono Bono has journalist blah 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 blah. Let's try that again. Ultimately, after hearing him talk about the game so much, let me redo that. Blah, blah, blah. Now, for the second question. Why did I start making YouTube content? Now, as for... Okay, let's try that one more time. Now, for the second question. Why did I start making YouTube comment? God fucking damn it. Content. YouTube content, not comment. Now, as for the second question, why did I start making YouTube content as a hobby? Well, that's actually a rather funny story. Look back far enough on this channel and you'll see that my earliest uploads are mostly of random glitches I found while gaming. Typically taken with a phone or iPod camera because I didn't have anything better to capture the footage with. Of course, now my channel mostly fuck.